New tonight at 5, you might be in for some money from the Employment Development Department. That includes people who lost their jobs because of the pandemic but were turned down for benefits. The EDD believes that about 100,000 people do at this point fall into that category. Fox 40's Karma Dickerson joining us live in Sacramento to explain who qualifies, and Karma, if you do qualify, how you might be contacted about it.
Absolutely. So basically, this is one of those cases of the government might be looking for you, but this is one of those cases where you do want them to find you if you're part of this select group of people who had their jobs affected by the pandemic. Now, the short, simple version was there were some people who were denied eligibility for pandemic unemployment, but who do, in fact, actually qualify. So really, EDD has been trying to get in touch with these people for over a year. Here's what you need to know. If you're one of those people who let your mail pile up unless you're expecting something specific, heads up. About 100,000 Californians should be expecting something specific.
She was quite confused by it because it's a new form. And
Anna Marie Miramontes with the Center for Workers' Rights recalls the first client she spoke with who got a notice from the Employment Development Department that despite having been denied for pandemic unemployment assistance, she might qualify after all.
They just asked her to record what her reason was for losing employment.
The Unemployment Assistance Program was first launched in March of 2020. It was then expanded in order to cover more job loss, specifically people who left their jobs because they felt unsafe due to the company not taking COVID-19 safety measures. Also, school employees whose hours were changed due to COVID, and workers who were laid off or had their hours reduced because of COVID.
So they list a whole bunch of COVID-19 related reasons, and she just had to check in the boxes and mail it back in.
EDD has been trying to reach people they think meet this criteria since 2021. They're now mailing letters and plan to send text messages. The goal is to catch as many people as possible who have fallen through the cracks. Because though America is moving through the pandemic, some are still struggling to catch up.
It could mean being able to pay back bills that they have been, fallen behind on. It could be getting their car back.
So claimants have 30 days from the time that they get that mail notice to get back in touch with EDD and to see if they do, in fact, qualify for this assistance. Now, keep in mind, in some cases, we can be talking about people being owed thousands of dollars. So again, make sure you're checking that mail and responding to those notifications. Reporting live, I'm Karma Dickerson, Fox 40 News.